Oh, welcome back, my logging friends. Well, I've been busy and I need to fill this basket. This basket will last one day over the cooler months, and the days of carrying a gas chainsaw about are now gone because of the mini chainsaw range that is about. And my friends from PTLPuwer, is it? I haven't got a clue. Have sent me this to review, and I'm quite interested in this one because it's got an automatic oiling system. So let's do the unboxing. Now these are ideal for them camping trips, or like me, for having in your car when you're travelling around and you see those fallen branches. So in here we've got the two batteries, he says. There's no indicators for how much charge we've got on those, but we do get two of them. Let's get the charger out. Normal push on charger, the power indicators, instructions, that's your chainsaw. You need to fit this chain and bar, but it's all automatic, no tool assembly and retensioning. I'll go through that shortly. Bar and the chain cover. Very important to keep that chain cover on when you're not using it. It's a spare chain. I've already had one chain out to try and put that together, and for a change there's a couple of decent quality gloves for you to use while you're doing your little jobs. So that's the chain that I've used to actually assemble this. So we'll get you a little bit closer so that you know exactly how to fit the bar and chain to this model. And before you do absolutely anything is to make sure you read through the instructions. They're quite good. I was quite impressed. They go through absolutely everything you need to know, so that I don't think they've actually physically missed anything. So make sure, if you're new to the mini chainsaw, you read those instructions, because these bite, and if they cut you, they don't stitch you because there's nothing to stitch. Right, let's get comfy. So we'll undo that, we'll take that out. We'll lift that off. On this there is an arrow. There's an arrow on there and an arrow on there. Make sure they're facing each other before you pop it back. This part has to go down there. There's the oil port where the oil comes out, and it must, there's no other way other than going in there. I have asked my contact how it actually oils, and they just said fill it up, so we will just do that. So it must go into there. It's not the easiest thing to do. Make sure the chain is running the right direction, so the cutting bit there, which is sharp, there's a little sprocket on there. Now I'm experienced, but some of these chain and bars, even on the gas ones, are challenging. Sits there nicely. Just line that up. Make sure those two pointy arrow bits are there, because they need to be in the right place for you to actually tighten the saw up. Now just tighten that up enough, not too tight, because you want the bar to slide up and down, but this orange piece will automatically do it for you. Which way was it? I always lift that bit up. You just need to check the tension, but you need to tighten it first and then just check the tension, and you just want something like that. Too tight and it'll burn everything out, too loose and it'll be off. And of course we're doing all this without the battery in place. So there's the oil filler. Wasn't prepared, he says, as he takes a plod. I use one of these bottles. Here in the UK, everybody will recognise those. Take that top off, fill it up, and then it makes it so much easier to put the oil in. It's a nice little top as well. Come on. So now when we stand it up, there's a minimum mark there, and that's gone right as high as it can go. So all we need to do now is connect it up, and we'll just press it. There's the safety button. Now apparently you can do it left and right, so good for left or right. I'm just going to slowly bring that in, but it won't, you can't do it unless you're doing that. You've got to keep your hands away from all those moving parts. And you can do different speeds with that as well. They do say it's self-oiling. You should be able to spin the chain and you should be able to see it on a clean piece of material. So we'll just set you up now, and that's all done. I'm going to put my proper chainsaw gloves on because I've been doing the proper job. You need to protect your hands. There are chainsaw gloves available, and I've used proper chain oil to fill the tank. The chain oil is sticky, it sticks to the chain better. So just first of all, I'm just going to pop a little bit of oil along the chain there. I'm just double checking I've got the chain the right way. That'll just give the self-oiling system a chance to go through. I've got my proper chainsaw trousers, chainsaw boots, hat and the gloves. I'll get some of these on because your hand that's on the saw is protected well. Right, so if you could just imagine this is your garden tree. When you're using it, that bit there should be butted up there. That's your working area on the saw. So you're pruning your tree wherever you want. Don't try and cut there, and be careful of cutting there because you'll get the kickback. Always keep the saw as close as you can. And let the saw do the work. wouldn't normally cut this, but if I'm travelling around, there's a big branch, I can cut this up to fit the car. As you can see, that does cut really well. But remember, touch it on the floor, on stone or anything hard, nails, that'll dull the blade and then it won't cut properly. You'll need to resharpen. But let the chain and the weight of the machine do all the work. And remember, they're not forgiving. They will hurt if you don't concentrate and make sure that your work area is clear. Of all the mini chainsaws that I've used, this is the one that is going to be in my vehicle now. I like the self-oiling, you can forget about it, and I would imagine once you fill that reservoir up, there'll be more than enough to do a bit of cutting, and the batteries these days do last a long time, and having the spare one is ideal, and having the spare chain is ideal just in case you do hit something that dulls it. You can replace it with new and then sharpen it later. If you found this interesting, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the interaction. Please leave me a comment, and why not consider subscribing. And the links for this are in the description below, as always. Happy logging to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.